Tuesday, August 26th. I move to call the Hanover Township Public Board meeting back to order from executive session held between 7:06 p.m. and 7:17 p.m. Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, Mr. Skiff. Okay, and now we're going to take roll call very slowly.
Mr. Skiff,
Here.
Mr. Matistich,
Here.
Mr. McCabe,
Here.
Mrs. Stricchiola, Mr. Amorisano,
Here.
Mrs. Coffey, Mrs. Bomango,
Present.
and,
Oh boy.
I will add them in.
They technically have 30 seconds.
it's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll add them in. Okay,
And 2 members, yes.
in 2 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. I would like a motion on the approval of the July 22nd, 2025 Hanover Township Regular Public Board Meeting minutes, please.
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Morsano. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Stricchiola. Is there any board discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstentions? Okay. Okay, it's 7:19.
Mrs. Egbert? Here.
Here.
Thank you. Mrs. Johnston?
Here.
Thank you very much. Okay. Can I have the business administrator's board secretary's report? Thank you, Ms. Carson.
Thank you. The business report is for the period ending July 31st, 2025. Total cash balance was $5,249,180.87. Total interest to date was $12,564.09, consisting of Fund 10 at $11,707.77 and N.J.S.A Fund 60 at $856.32. The Finance Committee met on August 18th. We went over financial reports in detail. Fund 10 balance at that date was $4,281,958.38. Fund 20 was $29,686.10, and Fund 60 was $937,536.39. And that concludes my report.
Thank you very much, and welcome. We're really excited to have you here.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you. Mr. Toomey?
Thank you, Mrs. Bomango. Thank you, Board of Education. Welcome to Mrs. Krasny. We've been excited to have her on our team, and she's hit the ground running. And I think I said to her earlier today, it feels like you've already been here for 2 years. So, and we say that in a nice way. So thank you, Mrs. Krasny. For those that have been hopefully reading their emails and watching their videos that have come through, you've heard a lot from me, whether it be in a welcome video, whether it be in the back to school guide. Today, all of the staff just got officially welcomed back in another letter. I can talk a lot, but I promise I will keep it brief tonight. We're very excited about the year ahead. It is crazy that, in one short week, we will have teachers back. And in a week from Thursday, we will have our students back. And we have a second grader in the audience right now, right? Welcome. So do you know your second grade now? You got to get used to that, right? I know. Well, to me, I'm still a kid at heart, and every day that draws nearer to September really is exciting and rejuvenating. And, I still can't sleep the night before first day of school, even after all these years. And I'm sure many of the educators in the room or on watching online feel the same way. And for parents, I'm sure you'll sleep very soundly knowing that your kids finally get to go back to school. But it has been a great summer. We appreciate all the custodians, maintenance secretaries, board office staff, administration, the teachers who have been in, the PTAs who have been busting their butts to get everything ready. to prepare for the school year. So fabulous administrative team, some of which you'll hear tonight. We're excited with all the work that we've been doing in curriculum and instruction, special education, the business office, obviously technology as well, and we're excited to start the year. So thank you, and we'll see you in September.
Sounds wonderful. Mr. Wasserman, the Director of Curriculum report, please.
Good evening, and thank you, Mr. Toomey. Thank you to the members of the Board of Education for the opportunity to speak this evening. I want to begin by expressing my gratitude to the Board for your continued support and leadership. Your commitment to our schools makes it possible for us to welcome new staff, strengthen programs, and to ensure that our students receive the very best education. This evening, I would like to publicly also welcome both Michael Falgares, Director of Technology, and Marcy Krasny, our Business Administrator and Board Secretary to Hanover Township. On behalf of the entire administrative team, I can say we are truly excited to have you on board and to be working alongside you in leading our schools. Personally, I look forward to collaborating with you each and every day. Last Wednesday, we were proud to welcome 4 new educators into the Hanover family. Since then, 2 additional teachers have been hired, a community that inspires excellence. As part of their induction, the summer orientation covered district policies, procedures, observations, evaluations, district technology and learning platforms, and it concluded with the infamous bus tour of our community. By the end of the day, our new teachers had already developed a strong sense of Hanover Township. Support for these teachers and new staff members will continue throughout the year through monthly new teacher meetings, and I would also like to acknowledge that with the assistance of our building principals, a number of important planning meetings are taking place this week. These include sessions with our district anti-bullying specialists, our grade level chairs and area coordinators, and these efforts continue to play an important role in ensuring a smooth start to the 25-26 school year. I'm also happy to report that our grades 3 to 5 ELA reading curriculum has been updated to reflect both new resources and instructional practices, and I would like to extend my gratitude to the teachers who dedicated this summer to curriculum development and revising that curriculum. In addition, I'm pleased to share that our district goals and action plans are finalized and ready to be executed. These goals will serve as the framework for our work this year and reflect our shared commitment to excellence across all areas of teaching and learning. And finally, I want to thank our principals, supervisors, and directors for their continued support and for going the extra mile to ensure that both our teachers and students are equipped with everything they need for a successful start of the school year. In closing, I again want to thank the board for your steadfast support and vision, and it's because of this leadership that we can continue to foster a culture of excellence in Hanover Township. I'm wishing everyone a happy, healthy, and successful new year, and that concludes my report.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wasserman. Ms. Logan?
Good evening. Thank you, members of the Board of Education and Administration, to allow me the opportunity to speak this evening. Coming off the heels of a successful ESY school program, we're excited and ready to transition directly into the new year. I take a few moments to just give you some updates from the CST, or the Child Study Team, perspective. In reviewing our extended summer programming, I also noted in my previous year that our Special Education Parent Advisory Group needed a little updating, or zhuzhing, if you will. So with that, as you know, the state requires that we have meetings within our district by CPAG, the Special Ed Parent Advisory Group. Through many conversations with colleagues across the county, I found many of the same challenges were held in districts across, such as investing a great amount of time to organize meetings, limiting parent participation, endless responses to lack of communication. So we decided to put our heads in together and come up with a more profitable experience for parents and for educators. Together through multiple districts, including Rockaway, Mount Olive, Montville, Boonton, Unity Charter, Morris County VOTEC, West Morris, Mendham and Central, Morris Plains, Mount Arlington, and of course Hanover, we are launching this year the Morris County Parent Training Series. This series will include 9 micro-professional development / parenting development workshops designed for families in grades preschool through grade 12. They will be done live and in various flexible times, both midday, maybe some of you could join us for lunch, or in the evening, as they'll be virtual. Special thanks to Mendham and especially their director, Danielle Holmes, for putting together all of the links for these upcoming events. I'm not supposed to release them just yet because we need approval from the group, so you'll be getting them later in September, but I'm going to leak with you just a couple of the topics that we're looking at. Assistive technology, behavior management in young children, social skills in upper elementary and middle school, physical therapy and the impairment behind the movement, transitioning to high school and beyond, supporting students with anxiety, mental health and technology, and of course we will end June in preventing the summer slide. The overarching goal is to build a stronger community through collaborative parent education and support. In addition, within Hanover, I will also be requesting we have a minimum of 2 parent representatives from each building to meet 2 or 3 times throughout the year. This forum will provide feedback that's targeted to our programming and how we can make Hanover meet the needs of more children. The parent-led group would not be tasked with organizing these parent workshops. All that legwork is already done. So hopefully we have a couple of members who are willing to join us, valuing everyone's perspective, whether their children has a 504, an IEP, or neither, because they really just bring some diverse perspective to our group. On another note on your agenda, you will see that there is a corrective action plan for the EHCY. That doesn't roll off of my tongue. It might not yours either. But that stands for the Education for Homeless Children and Youth. As you recall, we were recently audited in the years previous, and there is room for significant growth in this area. I am proud to share that we are on a steadfast path forward. Training, operations, instruction, governance, and fiscal management have all been examined and realigned. It's a slow-moving ship, but we're getting there one steamboat at a time. To provide content, last year, over 17,000 students were identified to experience homeless in the state of New Jersey. Here in Hanover, we remain dedicated and steadfast in our commitment to ensuring that every student has access to a free and appropriate public education. We'll continue to advocate for the most vulnerable students and adapt our practices to meet the evolving needs of our community. This is where I applaud our teachers and our staff for being so amazing for each and every one of our students, regardless of their needs or abilities. Lastly, I'd like to acknowledge the administration of Memorial Junior School, along with our facilities team, for their collaborative effort in centralizing the Child Study Team office at N.J.S.A this year. Reimagining the office space fostered collaboration, communication, and a strong sense of community amongst our team members. So thank you to Mr. Anderson and Ziegler for their leadership, and for all of those who literally did the heavy lifting to make this vision a reality. Across all 3 of these initiatives, you can see that our district goals are at work, reflecting in parent engagement, student advocacy, operational improvements, and team collaboration. Together, they're moving us forward in a really great direction. It's truly a privilege to continue to honors to serve Hanover student. Anxiously, I don't know about Mr. Toomey not sleeping the night before Christmas. I don't sleep the whole week before the first day of school, so it's very exciting. I thank you always for your time and consideration, and if you have any questions, please let me know.
Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to move on to committee reports. Ms. Egbert for personnel.
The Personnel Committee met today, Tuesday, August 26th at 5:30 p.m. Members present were Mr. Toomey, Ms. Domingo, Ms. Coffey, Ms. Johnson, and myself. The committee reviewed items listed on tonight's regular agenda, items 1 through 26, and supplemental agenda items 27 through 37. These items are available for the audience to review in the agenda provided. No other items were discussed.
Thank you very much. Ms. Johnston?
The Curriculum, Technology, and Student Achievement Committee met tonight, Tuesday, August 26th at 4:45 p.m. We acknowledge the following approvals: the completion of all required drills, the N.J.S.A approval of consolidated grant funds. These are the allocations, and they're basically in line from last year. And Mr. Wasserman reported that he's currently writing the grants. We talked about the approval of the 25-26 district goals action plan, the approval for the curriculum for the 2025-2026 school year, and the revisions to include the grades 3 through 5 reading draft units, the approval of Samantha Nash LLC to consult and provide professional development to Hanover Township for a total of $5,400, to approve Amplify in the amount of $3,200 for professional development on our new dyslexia screener, the approval of the 2025-2026 professional development plan, and this is following everything in our district goals and action plan. And we were also told that our comprehensive equity plan was approved. And then our special education approvals were for Ashley Palencia of Choice ABA to provide direct ABA services at B Middle School for the school year at no cost to the district, to approve the 2026 IDEA consolidated application for Hanover Township, and to approve the EHCY corrective action plan. It was reported that we had the approval of new aides and a new teacher. Also, our curriculum updates, the district goal action plan for 2025-2026 was discussed. Summer curriculum, grades 3 through 5, reading draft units. We had a title fund update. Professional development was released for Vector online training for staff. New teacher orientation was held August 20th, 2025. We had 4 new teacher attending, and after that we had added 2 new additional teachers to the district. And then we discussed the N.J.S.A changes from the New Jersey Department of Education. The assessment will now become an adaptive assessment by a different company, Cambian. They would like all districts to do a field assessment begin from the dates October 27th through November 14th. It's a field test that is running through that time for all districts in preparation for the test to be rolled out in the spring. And that is the end of my notes.
Thank you, Ms. Johnston. Mr. Morisano?
Thank you. So we had the pleasure to meet with our new BA, Marcy, in her first in official capacity now. And we got to sit down and we had a long conversation about the state of the district, both good and bad, what she's been able to see in her short time at that time. Went through quite a few things. Some of the things discussed were some of her ideas to update the budget format to better present necessary information to everyone. The kitchens and the state of the kitchens where we are, there's some more work to be done, which probably is actually occurring already, that we had discussed to be ready for school. And we just discussed one of the things that we touched on, which kind of is pervasive in the township right now, is so the homeless reimbursements and extraordinary aid came in less than budgeted this year, and we know that there's some things going on with the township committee as well on that front. As for physical plant and the grounds, the schools should be ready to go. They were ahead of schedule as of that day. And also we have 3 new bus drivers. They're all acclimated. There is 1 rental bus that we're going to be bringing in due to the shortage as we wait for the 2 new buses that are on schedule for later this year, November and December. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Morisano. Ms. Strickiol?
Thank you. The PR committee met today, August 26th at 6:30 p.m. Members present were Justin Toomey, Lisa Bomengo, Christine Egbert, William McCabe, and myself. A lot has been happening to welcome in the 2025-26 school year. Mr. Toomey shared the back to school guide and the welcome video. And on September 2nd, the staff will report for their first day. And on September 4th, next week, the students will report first class. A lot of the kindergarten meet and greets have been happening. The 6th grade open house is tomorrow, I think I said. Back to school nights are going to be happening in September. M.J.S. will be on September 10th at 7 p.m. Mount View and Salem Drive will be on September 11th at 7 p.m. and Bee Meadow on September 18th at 7 p.m. Also, the BMS library is almost complete. We discussed a summer recap and lots of thank yous to very important people. Thank you to all the district and staff and school staff who got us ready for the new school year. Thank you to Mrs. Copen and the ESY team. Thank you to Lauren Barrington and the Camp HTSAC team. I always say that wrong. And thank you to the teachers who were busy writing curricula all summer. And then Machio's parent presentation was very well attended. There were about 100 people there. There's some community happenings coming up in the coming weeks. Hanover Township Day will be on Saturday, September 6th at Malapartis Park from 1 to 5 p.m. Stop by for some apples and pens. And then the Fall Cleanup Day to help support the Whippany-Passaic River flood remediation will be on Saturday, October 4th from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. And stay tuned for more info. That concludes my report.
Thank you very much, Ms. Stricchiola. Mr. Skip?
The policy committee met briefly, not as long as usual. Our finance committee meeting went a little longer, so we met from about 8:45 until 9:30 p.m. on August 19th. And we discussed the first reading of, bear with me here, first reading of Policy and Regulation 8330, Student Records. Policy and Regulation 8465, Bias Crimes and Bias-Related Acts, Policy 9560, Administration of School Surveys, and Policy 9713, Recruitment by Special Interest Groups. We also discussed the second reading of the following policies regulations. Number 5533, Student Smoking, Policy and Regulation 7441, Electronic Surveillance in School Buildings and on School Grounds, Policy and Regulation 9320, Cooperation with Law Enforcement Agencies, Policy and Regulation 5516, Use of Electronic Communication Devices, Policy number 5701, Academic Integrity, Policy number 5710, Student Grievance, Policy number 7522, School District Provided Technology Devices to Staff Members, and Policy number 7523, School District Provided Technology Devices to Students. And also for anybody who's been following my most riveting and exciting policy reports each month, we did finally, if you've been tracking it, we were trying to get all the policies updated from that Strauss Esme audit that we did last year in October, I think it was. And it's been a heavy lift, and I just want to thank Mr. Toomey for doing an excellent job in really rolling those out in a methodical and really thoughtful, meaningful way. And we're essentially done. I mean, I think there's a couple loose ends, and there's always new alerts coming out that we'll update you with, but we've pretty much revamped the entire policy manual to get it up to par and up to speed with where we need to be with the state, as well as preserving, our values in this district. About 60. So yeah, there you go. With accompanying regulations, so could be even close to double that. And sometimes the regulations are actually longer than the policies. So.
Thank you very much.
And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Skip.
Thank you.
Mr. Morsano, do you want to do a delegate report?
Yeah, just a quick delegate report. This goes back to, we talked a little bit about the homeless and the hotels in town. Mayor Gallagher and the township attorney set up a meeting with Senator Pinocchio, the DCA, and members of the governor's team to discuss, among other things, the impact of the homeless predicament we have in our township hotels. The meeting I'm a bit hopeful for seemed to be positive, with the fact that there are future meetings expected. And that's it. What I can give you. Thank you.
Okay. And we just hope that they follow the ordinance.
Yes.
Okay. So let's move on to public comment. I will now open the floor to public comment on agenda items only. Please state your name, municipality, and group affiliation if applicable. You will have 5 minutes to address the board and will receive a 30-second warning to begin closing your comments. Anybody? Okay. We will now move on to board actions. Ms. Egbert for personnel.
Upon recommendation of the superintendent, move items 1 through 26 on the personnel consent agenda and items 27 through 37 on the personnel supplemental agenda.
Okay, can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, Ms. Johnston. Is there any board discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Egbert?
Yes.
Ms. Johnston?
Yes.
Mr. Skiff?
Yes.
Mr. Matisich?
Yes.
Mr. McCabe?
Yes.
Mrs. Tricchiola?
Yes.
Mr. Marsano?
Yes.
Ms. Coffey?
Yes.
Ms. Bomango?
Yes. Thank you. Ms. Johnston for curriculum, technology, and student achievement.
Upon recommendation of the superintendent, move items numbers 1 through 8 on the curriculum, technology, and student achievement agenda.
Can I get a second, please?
Second.
Okay, Mr. Skiff. Is there any board discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Ms. Egbert?
Yes.
Ms. Johnston?
Yes.
Mr. Skiff?
Yes.
Mr. Matisich?
Yes.
Mr. McCabe?
Yes.
Mrs. Tricchiola?
Yes.
Mr. Morisano?
Yes.
Ms. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Bomango?
Thank you, yes. Okay, Mr. Morsano.
Upon recommendation of the Business Administrator Board Secretary, move items in finance numbers 1 through 11 on the regular agenda, item number 12 on the supplemental agenda, transportation items number 1 through 3 on the regular agenda, and physical plant item number 1 on the supplemental agenda.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, Mr. Matisich. Is there any discussion?
Yes. I just wanted to check the approval, disposal of assets on attachment C. It's a list of what looks to be about 180 computers. I just want to confirm that we are getting paid for these and not just giving them away, because scrap has value and we could use the money.
Yeah, so thank you for following up with that and for that great suggestion. A few months ago, we actually got a check for around $400 for the previous pickup that we had earlier in the year. So that we checked to make sure that had already been received. And so we should be getting another check, and we had Mr. Falgaris call to confirm that they would still be providing us with the reimbursement for whatever scrap that they take from us.
Perfect, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for that suggestion, Chris. Is there any other board discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Mrs. Egbert?
Yes.
Mrs. Johnston?
Yes.
Mr. Skiff?
Yes.
Mr. Matisich?
Yes.
Mr. McCabe?
Yes.
Mrs. Tricchiola?
Yes.
Mr. Morisano?
Yes.
Mrs. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Bomango?
Yes. There are no items on the public relations agenda, so I will move to Mr. Skiff for policy.
I move upon recommendation of the superintendent and the policy committee to adopt items 1 and 2 on the policy portion of the agenda.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Morsano. Is there any board discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Mrs. Egbert?
Yes.
Mrs. Johnston?
Yes.
Mr. Skiff?
Yes.
Mr. Matisich?
Yes.
Mr. McCabe?
Yes.
Mrs. Tricchiola?
Yes.
Mr. Morisano?
Yes.
Mrs. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Bomango?
Yes. Thank you very much. At this time, we're going to reopen the floor to public comment. Please state your name, municipality, and group affiliation if applicable. You will have 5 minutes to address the board, and will receive a 30-second warning to begin closing your comments.
Nothing? You could be on stage.
I heard yawning from the audience earlier. No.
We're
I don't
playing.
blame
It's
him. Are there any items for board discussion?
Yeah, I got just a couple things to run through. First one, as Ms. Strigiola mentioned earlier, the October 4th river cleanup. I'll be there organizing on behalf of the green team. So if you want to jump into a river and pick up stuff, let me know. I believe there's two parts to it. There's like the small volunteer part where we're essentially pulling litter out of the bushes, and then a larger part where they actually use excavators and hydraulic machinery to remove full-grown trees out of the river. And I also reported to the mayor that I found a log jam in East Hanover under the railroad trestle where the Whitney River flows into East Hanover. So I'm preparing a report for him, which is kind of a side topic. Anyway, second.
No, I'm very intrigued. Like,
He kayaks up and down the river. Did you know that?
I grew up here. I know all the woods are in the area, so I explore on weekends.
air conditioning.
Second thing regarding Mashio's food service. About a year ago, when I was hosting the Green Fair for the township, the chairman of the township's farm and garden asked if he could donate produce to the school district. At the time, we couldn't accept it. I had made that suggestion to Mashio's, and I can't speak for them, but they were receptive. And hopefully they'll work with our farm and garden to take locally grown produce as donations for the food that's served to the children. Next thing, I was happy to meet Marcy in our first meeting for finance. She made a very good first impression, so I think we're on the right track. And then the last thing was, after Mashio's food presentation in the auditorium, a parent came up and spoke to me and said that she was very impressed by Ms. Copen's hard work, and I just wanted to forward that on to you and say thank you. That's all I got.
Great. Thank you so much, Mr. Matistich.
You're welcome.
Are there any other items for our board discussion? No? Okay. Well, thank you to everybody for all of your hard work over the last, 2 months, 3 months. I mean, really the last 2 years, but okay. But over the last 2 months, getting the schools prepared, for opening day. So we're all very grateful to the admin team and, our admin team here and all of our teachers and staff and the hardworking custodians, and I'm sure also the bus drivers too, who have been very busy. So that's it. We're all very excited for opening day. Anybody else? That's it? We're good?
Play ball.
Play ball. All right. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Mr. Morsano, can I get a second?
Second.
Okay. Ms. Egbert? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Great. Motion.